Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the Optionary back with another video. This time it's a very special video that I kind of have an exclusive of. You may or may not have seen these cases before. I have a feeling you probably haven't. I got them picked up in 4 colors and they are for a very secret phone, not so secret one anymore, coming out next week. And I got them shipped directly from China. They are for the iPhone 6. As you may or may not have heard, the iPhone 6 is being released on the 19th. It's going to be 4.7 inches tall, well, the screen is, and it's going to be 6.9 millimeters thin. So it's the thinnest iPhone by far. Comparatively, a pencil is an HP pencil. The standard yellow ones you see are 6 millimeters thin. Here you can see here that it's pretty close. There's barely any difference between a standard yellow HP pencil versus this case. So this case is obviously going to be a little bit thicker than the iPhone 6. I picked up the slim ones, so they're pretty much just going to be covering the back of the phone and a little bit of the front. Probably not 100% going to cover the case. The phone. But they're very thin, they're very low profile. And they're pretty nice. I was super shocked when I first picked up the case. Very light, very thin, unbelievably thin actually. They are definitely for the iPhone 6, as you can see by the power button on the side this time. Same camera area on the back. Now let's compare this case with some of the current phones and cases right now. Well, actually I'm only going to compare it to 2 phones that I have. The first is going to be the iPhone 5. As you all know, the iPhone 5 is not exactly a thick phone at all. It's actually pretty thin, but obviously compared to today's standards with the S5 and the M8, it's I guess it's a thicker phone. But let's take a look here. As you can see, the iPhone 5 versus the 6 size-wise there's not much of a difference. So if you guys think that you're gonna have a hard time holding the iPhone 6 in one hand, I don't think you guys are gonna have much of a problem unless you have extremely tiny hands. Like, there's not much of a size difference at all. The iPhone 5 is slightly thicker compared to this case here, but remember, the iPhone 6 is probably going to be even thinner than this case. Cases are generally meant to cover a little bit of the front as well, and they do have a little bit of protection for the back. This case is very, very, very thin, so obviously if you pick up an OtterBox or something, it's going to be much thicker than this. But comparatively, I think with today's OtterBoxes for any of the current iPhones, it's definitely going to be still thinner. Here I'm comparing it to an iPhone 5 case that I have. As you can see, the iPhone 5 case is definitely significantly thicker, and obviously it's not a low profile case that I'm using. It covers the front as well. I put the case inside of the iPhone 6 case, and wow, it made the iPhone 6 case look extremely tiny and thin. I still can't explain exactly how shocked I was when I picked up this case. I thought, no way is the new iPhone 6 going to be this thin. It's not even possible. But it definitely, the specs and everything are right. The dimensions. And as you can see here, not much of a difference size-wise between the 2 cases in terms of dimensions. The iPhone 6 is going to be definitely holdable in one hand. Here you can see an OtterBox Defender for the iPhone 5. This thing's obviously a tank because it's meant to protect your phone really well, and so it's not twice as thick as a standard iPhone 5 case, but compared to this iPhone 6 case, it looks like more than double the thickness, so it's pretty thick. Now area wise, you can see that the Defender case is almost as big as the iPhone 6 case. So if you have a Defender right now and you're going to get an iPhone 6, you're going to have no problems using that thing with one hand at all. Here I'm comparing it to an iPhone 5 commuter case, and this is pretty much just as tall and wide as the Defender, but obviously it's a lot lighter compared to the Defender, and it's maybe a little bit less wider too. It's pretty much almost the exact same dimensions as the iPhone 6 case, as you can see here. So a lot of people use this case, so if you're using it now and you're going to get an iPhone 6, you're going to have no issues whatsoever continuing to use it, even though there's going to be a 0.7 of an inch screen size improvement. I'm saying improvement because I never thought 4 inches was a really good size. Anyways, here you can see it compared to another iPhone 5 case. This one's a little bit thinner compared to the blue one I was showing a little while ago, and the one I personally use. And here is an iPhone 4 case, which looks much smaller, and the iPhone 4 case can fit inside this iPhone 6 case no problem. And this OtterBox is almost just as wide as this iPhone 6 case. This is a backplate of a Samsung Galaxy Geo or Ace, and as you can see here, it's not really showing any thickness as well. I just kind of just had it in there. This is an OtterBox for the Galaxy S3. This OtterBox is pretty thick. It looks like it's almost twice as thick as the iPhone 6 case, but width-wise and everything, it's almost the same as the iPhone 6 case. So if you have an S3, you're gonna have no problems with this phone. This is a Geo case, a Samsung Galaxy Geo or Ace case. Pretty tiny, but still thicker than the iPhone 6. Here is another Galaxy S3 case. Here's a Galaxy Note case, way thicker. Obviously, it's a bigger phone too. And this will kind of give you an idea of how big the iPhone 6 Plus will be. Not that much bigger, honestly, compared to a standard iPhone 6. So I may pick that up in the future. Here's another Note 2 case. And here's another one. I have a few Note 2 cases. So you can get a good understanding of the sizes. Here we have this old classic phone, the iPhone 3GS. So compared to the 3GS, the iPhone 6 is much bigger, but lengthwise it's not that much taller, and thickness wise almost twice as thick. So here's a rundown of all the cases I went through in this video, from thickest to thinnest. The Note OtterBox thing was definitely the thickest, and tons of OtterBoxes. It's a really popular case that a lot of people use because people don't really trust themselves with their expensive devices. And this iPhone 6 case is thinner than everything else. I kind of tried as hard as I could to get you a good understanding of the thinness of this case compared to everything else, but this thing is thin, guys. Once you try the phone out in person, I think you're gonna be surprised and definitely shocked. And the best thing about this phone, other than the size, is it's finally gonna have rounded edges. The iPhone 3G and 3GS and the original iPhone had that, and those phones felt amazing in your hand. That whole experience is gonna come back. I'm pretty hyped about this phone. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna pick up the 6 Plus or the standard 6 one. Sometimes I use my phone more than I do my computers or anything, so I'm sort of considering the iPhone 6 Plus, but the iPhone 6 normal size seems to be the perfect size for a phone. 4.7 inch seems perfect. Anything bigger, it seems too much. I've used the Nexus 4 before, and even that seemed a little too big, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys, and please subscribe. Also, feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and take a look at my other content as well. If you guys do like and subscribe and comment on this video and tell me what color case you want, I will personally mail it out to you and try my best to have it to you before the release of the iPhone 6 on September 19 or September 26, depending on where you live in the world. I will mail out the case anywhere in the world, so don't hesitate and give this video a comment. If you guys could share it with all your friends and family, I'd really appreciate it too. Let's get this video out there before the phone is actually released, so people kind of have an idea of what to expect with the new iPhone 6 and what kind of cases to look for. This is a low profile case. I ordered some more cases. I should be getting them very soon. They're a bit thicker than this one, so I'll make a video of those as soon as I get them. Thanks again for watching, guys, and hope I'll see you in a few days.